10-2. That was the scoreline over 2 legs between Bayern and Atalanta. They overwhelmed them. And it never felt in doubt, folks. It never felt in doubt whatsoever. And that was in the second leg. The first leg, we didn't have Harry Kane. In the second leg, we didn't have Kimmich or Davies or Olise or Musiala. This was total control from start to finish. Folks, what's up? It's Dakota Clayball. I'm back, your local Bayern Munich fan, here in the sunny, great city of Tampa, Florida. Let's break things down. Now, before we even get into the goals, which, yes, there was 4 and 1 for the other team, let's look at the lineup. Guerrero in attacking midfield, what is that? He's in there for Musiala. Bischoff in for Davies. Wild. But it's happened before. Then you had Carl in for Olise. That's one of those things where, yeah, he can play at that position. Hasn't done it, I don't believe, in the Champions League, or at least a meaningful one. But even with those changes, Bayern dictated everything. That's not just the talent. That's true depth of this team. And really, in the 26th minute, there was the break. But before we get there, Bayern were already completing chances. You had Guerrero, you had Pavlovic, both getting close early on. But then you had the penalty. Handballed by Scalvini, extending his chicken wing out there. Kane, he steps up. It's saved. Harry Kane was saved. However, it gets pulled back. The keeper, Sportelli, he was off his line before Kane touched the ball. So, Kane steps up again, absolutely buries it, same spot. 1-0, some celebration. And from here on out, the game starts to feel inevitable, though that was really inevitable in the first game. But let's talk about the first half and how there was control without risk. This is what stands out. Bayern didn't need to explode early. They didn't need chaos. They controlled possession, controlled territory, and controlled the pace of the game. And what did Atalanta do? They never looked comfortable. But in the 54th minute, quality decides it. Harry Kane does it again, makes it 2-0, his 2 goals. Tight space, nutmegging, quick feet, and then top left corner. 2-0 like a true hurricane. Harry Kane scores. And that's the moment, not just the goal, the feeling. This tie is done. Sit back, turn your TV off, change it to the more interesting game that was Liverpool and Galatasaray. But then you have 2 minutes later. And this, folks, this is ruthless. Diaz finds Carl, makes it 3-0. And that's it. Atalanta don't even get a chance. That's the difference at this level, folks. Now, as a result, they're playing for their pride. Atalanta have to open up and try to score a goal. And Bayern, they're ready. Carl, he turns to provider. Perfect ball. Perfect. Diaz runs right onto it, chips the keeper. 4-0. This, folks, is cinema, as he would say. This is complete dominance. Atalanta, however, in the 85th minute, finally get one back. Header sequence, Samardzic finishes, but this time you do not have a concussion on the behalf of Jonas Urbig. But the game, it may be 4-1, but the game was gone, long gone in the first game. Now, Let's talk about the subs. In the 56th minute, you have Awfully debut, but in the 72nd minute, Pavic comes on. This kid's born in 2010. 2010. 16 years old, the youngest Bayern player. This kid could be my son. Youngest player in Champions League history to play for Bayern, and the second youngest to play ever. Bayern are giving minutes. Can you believe Bayern are actually giving minutes to teenagers? We've been screaming for this in other games. But we give them in Champions League, knockout round games, and that tells you everything. Now, mind you, the difference. This wasn't about individuals and them coming up, even though Harry Kane did get his 2 wonderful goals. Kimmich, out, yellow card. So he wasn't controlling the midfield. Olise, out, yellow card. Musiala, injured, recovering from injury. And still, every aspect of this game was controlled by Bayern. The system of football Bayern is playing right now shows they have true depth of this team. And this wasn't just a win. It was inevitable. The 26th minute, it gave Bayern control. The 54th confirmed it, and the 56th minute ended it. And then, come on, across 2 legs, 10 goals. Now it gets real, folks. Real Madrid is up next. Quarterfinals. Without Thibaut Courtois, we'll see how they do. They always have a knack of getting through over us. We haven't won since 2012. Can you believe that? 2012 we haven't beaten them. And we used to be called La Vista Negra. But if Bayern Munich play like this and we have healthy players, and maybe even if we are without some key players, we may still make this an interesting and very dangerous Champions League season. We could see a rematch between Bayern and Arsenal, and hopefully we come out on top in the finals. But I'll be back to talk to you folks about the Bayern versus Union results. Enjoy the weekend. Like, comment, and subscribe. And please, please reach out to your family. If they're close, give them a hug, kiss them on the cheek, tell them you love them. And as always, don't forget, your needs are the point. Truce. All right? Have a great week.